independent assortment is that whether this plant is going to be tall, is going to be tall or short, does not entirely depend on whether it is going to be wrinkled or short. Whether it's going to be wrinkled or short. So the presence of one of these allele is independently assorted during the process of gametogenesis, that is production of gamete. So whether this one will go first does not affect whether the second one will also continue. So that's one thing that you must theory when it's called dihybrid inheritance, because it is talking about two characters or two traits at the same time. It's talking about the shape of the seed as well as the plant, the dihybrid inheritance. Okay, now in furtherance of this, let us now see how this one we can make use of genetic examples in genetics to be able to verify the law, the second law of Mendel's. So let's assume that don't forget that genetics is just like mathematics sometimes. So that's why you know that the background of Mendel, he has a background of both mathematics as well as a scientist. Okay, now the example is, let's assume that we have this example. Let's assume that we have this example. This example whereby you consider a cross. We consider a cross verification. We want to verify the ratio of dihybrid inheritance. That ratio, you know, is going to be 39331. Don't forget that 331. I told you the second law is usually 2. Don't forget that generally the general notation is 2 raised to power n, where n is the number of gametes. In this, we have how many gametes? Is going to be 4, because 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's why the second law is 2 raised to power 4, which is 16. That means you are going to have 16 offspring at the end of the day. Whereas the first law, which has to do with first law, which is monohybrid, it is 2 raised to power n, which is 2 raised to power 2. You only expect 2 gametes at the end of the day. That is why it is 2 raised to power 2, which is 4. Okay, all this you will see it at that we have a dihybrid crossing. Let us assume that we have a dihybrid crossing. This dihybrid crossing is such that one of the parents has color plants, yellow color seed with yellow color seed and round in shape, yellow color but round in shape. This one is talking about color, this one is talking about the shape. You can see that is two we are considering two characters at the same time, or traits at the same time. So that means if capital letter Y represents